Hello and welcome back. In the last video in our series, we were playing around with layouts and windows. That was pretty cool. Now I want to look at buttons. So with buttons, we have a concept called signals and slots. Okay, so anytime we create a button, it's kind of a slot, and a slot is something which can generate a signal. So when we click on the button, that's a signal. We can then connect the signal to another slot, which is the function which will be performed when the button is clicked. To start with, let's do our imports. So I'm going to use a bunch of imports here. Let's see, application, main window. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to make a simple window with a button that says like click me. When we click, it provides a simple info message. Okay, so we'll start with the main window class and we will initialize superclass. Great. We will set the window title and then we will create a button. And we could do a set text sort of thing, but also there's a constructor which takes the text in the constructor. Okay, there we have. Click me. Awesome. Okay. Now I'm going to define a function which will be performed when the button is clicked. Okay. Now what I'll do is I'll say, okay, get the button, get the clicked event, and connect that to the button clicked function as defined inside the class. That's why I'm putting that self there. Remember, if we write a function without the brackets, that is the location of the function in memory. If we add round brackets on the end, that executes the function. Okay, so this button is the only thing that we have, so we don't need a dummy widget. We can just set it directly. And now this should run. Fingers crossed. Then we have click me, and when we click me, it says clicked. Other things we can do is, let me see if I remember. Okay, so if we want to change a property of this button, we will store that. There we go. Okay. If we want this to be a one-time button, then yep, no problem. Just set enable to false after the first click. So we go clicked, and now it becomes disabled. According to the Windows color scheme, this gets grayed out. And we click again, and nothing happens. Okay, but I'm just gonna not worry about that. Okay, so let's set this up so that when we click on it, we open up a dialog. And to do this, I'm actually going to create a class for my dialog. Which inherits from the QDialog class. Okay, so I'm going to create a button, and there's this constructor here, standard button. Okay. Well, this isn't really a button. This is just a specifying which buttons we're going to request. When we construct the dialog button box, we're going to pass that in as a parameter. Okay, so we're going to have a label inside. We're basically going to have a label saying thanks for clicking the button, and then the OK button. Okay, so we'll just add that to the layout. So this is a bit funky. A dialog window is a queue dialog is somewhere between a window and a widget, right? Because it has a set window title function, but then we also can simply set its layout. That's interesting. By the way, so the button box, when we get the accepted signal, we connect that to the self.accept. And self.accept is a method from the superclass, from the QDialog superclass, which basically exits the window, closes the dialog, and returns true. Okay, so now let's use that. So we want to create a dialog window. So we'll say create a message dialog. And execute that, exec that. And we run this right now. Okay, click me. Thanks for clicking the button. We hit OK, that closes that. Okay, but then the question is, how do we check whether that was successful? Because we could have had multiple buttons. Which one did we click? What we'll do is we'll test that. Remember I said this returns true if it was accepted. Okay, we'll print a message if that happened. Click me, OK, yep, clicked. Clicked. We can do this many times. Okay, great. So now, just as a little bonus, let's create another button to exit the program. Have button 1 clicked, okay. So how do you reckon, for button 2, how do you reckon we could close a program, exit a program? We have reference to self, which is the main window. We'll just call destroy. And that's it. That's pretty much all we need. Okay, so let's go ahead with the rest of this. All right, so we'll go self.button2. We'll connect its clicked event to the button 2 clicked, and now we will just go through the usual. And I'll just have to import that. Simple. All right, run that. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, what am I doing? That should be. Again, what am I doing? Assembler class, that's the instance. Okay, cool. So click me. Yep, that works. Quit. That works as well. Awesome. Anyway, so in this session, we had a look at creating buttons which generate signals when they're clicked and connecting those signals to slots, the functions which are called on the clicks. Hope you had fun. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.